Well, she is one of New York's most celebrated chefs, a judge and a host of 2 shows on the Food Network. Now Amanda Freitag is adding the title cookbook author to her resume. We're so happy to welcome Amanda to Talk of the Town today. And I tell you what, this book is absolutely gorgeous. It made my mouth water looking at the pictures.
Well, that's the idea.
That and the idea that home cooking doesn't have to be scary.
I know,
right?
And it was scary to me, believe it or not.
I do not believe that. Because you cook in these giant kitchens. You cook for Iron Chef, where you're competing, you know, in the kitchen stadium.
And that's high pressure, but they're big commercial kitchens. And you have piles of pots and pans and produce all around, and everything's already there. Like in the restaurant when you're working, everything's in a big walk-in refrigerator. You have a staff of people prepping. So when you're at home, you touch every part of the meal. And that's hard. You have to shop, you have to schlep, you have to prep, you have to make it. And I have a tiny New York City kitchen, and I know even though that's very exclusive to New York, around the country people have small kitchens.
Right.
And it takes a lot to get up the courage to go in there. And so what I wanted to do was write a little love letter to the home cook and say, listen, I was scared when I first went back into my home kitchen. I understand, but please try. And so a lot of tips, a lot of tricks, a lot of lovely recipes that say, come on in, it's okay. You know, it's okay not to make your own chicken stock. It's okay to buy chicken in parts and pieces. I'll show you how.
I don't have to cut it all up myself.
I'll show you how to do it, but you don't have to, because if that stops you from cooking, then make it easier on yourself.
Right.
Do whatever it takes that will get you in there. And
what are some of your favorite recipes in here?
Well, I mean, that's hard. I love them all.
Of course.
There's 100 recipes in there. Yeah. I have my dad's beer braised stew in there, which I love. And this time of year, it stews for hours and the whole house smells like it. I have my Sunday supper meatballs from New Jersey, which are so, so good. And then I have a chapter called The Scary Stuff. And it's not like goblins and ghouls.
Right.
It's like lobster and artichokes. You know that there's an artichoke sitting in the produce section of the grocery store, very lonely.
They look beautiful, but you go, what do I do with this, right?
So when you build up the courage to get to the scary stuff chapter, grab an artichoke and make it, or make gnocchi and mess up your kitchen. You know, it's when you're graduated. We start with the basics, and then we get to the scary stuff. So it's just about getting in there, cooking, having fun with it. Don't be afraid. What's the worst thing that can happen?
You could throw it out and start and get takeout, right?
Yeah, exactly.
All right, talk about scary stuff. What's it like being in the Iron Chef kitchen competing against some of the best in the world?
It's incredibly scary. It's interesting because I found that I work so well under pressure. You know, the adrenaline starts pumping, and then all these ideas start to come. And so I find that I work best under pressure, and that's the kitchen, right? The kitchen is pressure. So I've learned so much over the years about what I can do under pressure in small scenarios. You know, they put you in on a beach to cook. They'll put you in a remote location to cook, and that's when you really learn what your skills are.
Yeah. You came from a family that really knew nothing about the culinary world at all.
At all. Both my parents worked. You know, we were latchkey kids. We ate whatever we could just, you know, put together ourselves.
Right.
And I just fell in love with the restaurant business. I started working in restaurants. My brother was working in a restaurant with me, and then luckily my home economics teacher showed me the Culinary Institute of America, and with my parents, and I just fell in love with it.
And you've done so well.
I just knew that was my path.
That's so great.
I've been very lucky to do many things, and now I'm so proud of this book.
You should be. It is absolutely gorgeous. You can meet Amanda today. She's going to be signing copies of the new book tonight at 6:30 at Parnassus Books in Green Hills. It's called The Chef Next Door, a pro chef's recipes for fun, fearless home cooking. Available wherever books are sold. They're having donuts tonight, too.
Donuts.
Yeah, so go for that, too. All right.